Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the news topics posted today and throughout this week. First of all, we have a free login campaign returning to Eorzea. This actually takes part from today, the 23rd of May, and lasts until June the 20th. The free login campaign provides you with up to 96 hours of gameplay for free for people who haven't been subscribed to the game in quite some time. We'll come to the details in just a sec. I specify here the upcoming expansion draws near, and in the hope that would-be adventurers can experience all that Final Fantasy XIV has to offer, we're pleased to announce the latest free login campaign. Join the hustle and bustle of Eorzea with the ongoing Yokai Watch collaboration event and the Moogle Treasure Trove The Second Hunt for Genesis. It's also worth noting here there is also the Make It Rain event on at the moment as well, so if you wanted to get some things done, perhaps you were unsubscribed prior to the expansion come out, this might be a good time to just come back for free if you're eligible and take part in some of those events and prepare your character a little bit for Dawntrail. Of course, if we go to the login campaign website, it will give you all of the details for this with the exact times that the event starts and ends. Of course, they're on Thursday, the 20th of June at 7:59 AM PDT. So first of all, confirm you meet the eligibility requirements, which if you scroll down, it says you must have previously purchased and registered 14. All registered service accounts must be set to inactive during the campaign period, and registered service accounts must have been inactive for at least 30 days. So if you haven't been playing at all and you've unsubbed for the last 30 days, then you're in luck because you'll be able to basically check your requirements, go to the, to log into the game, and then essentially you will start your 96-hour period. It says, please note your free play period begins immediately after you log into the game, essentially. Enjoy 14 for the duration of the free play period, and once it expires, you can continue playing by renewing your subscription on the MOG station, which most likely people will be for the expansion. You don't want to miss out on that, hopefully. I see a lot of people coming back to the game. So of course, that's pretty much all there is. It's the same as any other campaign. And of course, there are slightly different variations on how you download the client depending on what platform you are playing on. Because of course, we've got Steam, Xbox, normal PC, and of course, PlayStation 4 and 5. So yeah, there's lots of ways to play the game now. And yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? It says the free login period begins after logging in via the game launcher, and once activated, the free login period will end once it reaches the allotted free play duration. So as soon as you type in your details and press login, you've got 96 hours basically to play. That's not 96 hours of actually if you're in the game, that's since you press that button. So as if you started it and then came back 96 hours later and went, why is the game not working? That would be why. So plan accordingly. Probably look at some of our previous videos or lodestone pages to actually see what there is in the game, what you want to focus on, and better plan things out with time that you might have off from work or a weekend or something like that. The second piece of news is that today marks the return of a Fall Guys collaboration with Final Fantasy XIV as well. So if you wanted to take part in that, that's yet again another event to take part in with your free return campaign. But yeah, the Fall Guys campaign is basically exactly the same as last time. It starts today, the 23rd of May, and lasts until June 10th at 7:59 PM PDT. It's pretty much exactly the same. There are no new rewards or anything like that. You can go to the link to their special site. It will show you more. It will even give you some video footage of what it's like. And essentially, the idea is that you go to the Gold Saucer, once you've picked up the Gold Saucer Unlock quest, of course, and then there's a Just Crowning Around Plus quest inside the Gold Saucer there at Loena for level 15 players or above, and then it teleports you to a place where you can queue in for the Blunderville. Blunderville is basically the same as in Fall Guys. You've got sort of moving platforms, that kind of thing, and depending on how well you do, you get an increased amount of MGF, which is like a pink currency that you get specifically from this, and you can actually exchange that for a variety of different items. We've done videos on every single item. If you're interested, go back and watch my video. I did literally every single item. It didn't take too long to actually unlock everything. Of course, we've got the different outfits and crowns. We've got a mount, which is this inflatable rhino, which is quite hilarious. And we've also got 2 sets of minions as well, the Peglin, as well as the bean, and some housing items. The housing items are really cool. You can make your own little fun house if you want to in your house. Very cool stuff. And it will also list what the prices are for a lot of these. It looks like a lot of MGF, but MGF is actually quite lenient, quite easy to get. There's also a nice emote you don't want to miss out on as well, which is the victory reveal. It's quite funny. And yeah, basically, there's framers kits, music, everything. You can also get gold saucer etherite tickets, which allows you to teleport to the gold saucer, as well as dies. So if you're the sort of person that goes, I'm not really interested in any of this, you could just do some and also get some dies as well if you want to. Although I would check which ones are better to get elsewhere based on your time investment, such as like Sky Builder scripts and your Island Sanctuary, that sort of stuff. But there's also title, Queen Bean or King Bean. You can get that essentially from doing this far too many times and winning far too many times, which I'm sure people will be returning just to do alone, even if they've got the rewards. And that's not all. There is also a 60% off sale in preparation for Dawntrail on the various different collector's editions for Final Fantasy XIV. This actually ends on June the 11th, so definitely get one of these if you wanted to upgrade to a collector's edition. And yeah, basically the collector's editions come with all sorts of different mounts, and sometimes like bits of glamour, especially for like weapons like the chicken knife, things like that. We've done a video on that as well, what all of the different collector's editions provide you. So if you want to go check that out, I'll link that, as you can see, in the description as well. But yeah, 60% off, that's pretty good. And of course you've got a choice of either the Mog Station or the Square Enix store, and if we go on there, it will give you your price for different collector's editions. At least I believe it will. Yeah. So in the sales section, I don't know why it automatically takes you to Dawntrail's pre-order site, but I guess that's how the store is, or at least my region's version of the store. But if you go for the sale section, you will see the complete edition, things like that. This applies to Steam as well. There is actually a sale on there, and it's down by, wow, £13, saving £21. That's pretty good. Again, it's up to you whether or not you purchase the complete edition now, or if you wait in the future when the complete edition actually includes Dawntrail in the future. But for now, that's one of the offers available. The other thing to note is that there's the Mountain Dew campaign on right now, which is an energy drink essentially in the US, or at least what we would call it as an energy drink in the UK. It's only locked to US, so if you're outside of the US, this is the web page that you get given. Essentially, you won't be able to redeem the actual codes from the events that you get from their website until the actual early access period of Dawntrail. So if we just quickly use IGN's website, I'll link that in the description. Of course, they tell you how to do this. I would love to get on the website myself, but I physically can't. I've even tried a few proxies and it won't work for some reason. But essentially, there is the Mountain Zoo mount, which is something people want to get a hold of. And the way you get that is you can buy special bottles of Mountain Dew that have specific gaming rewards logos on them. And you can actually exchange those codes on their website, which doesn't work for me, as you saw, which is linked. I'll link this in the description. You need 600 points to unlock the mount in particular. And as you can see, different beverages and different things will give you different amounts of points. So 600 points is, well, as you can see, you can do the math yourself. There's quite a few bottles of Mountain Dew. If that's something you like, and of course, you're going to probably already get this, but just be wary that not every type of Mountain Dew will give you the codes, only the ones specified here. So bear that in mind. And of course, there are other rewards other than the Mountain Zoo mount. There are actually in-game items such as the Sparkling Citrus Refreshment, which is like Mountain Dew in a game. There's dies, there's all sorts of things. And then there's real-life things. There's actually a magnet. There's the Taito prize drinks with all of the different characters on them, like Major General and the Namazu. There's also figures. There's all sorts of stuff. Things that they've previously used for other promotions as well, like the Puma collaboration, some of those hoodies. Although if you work out 20,000 points worth of, worth of Mountain Dew, I think it works out more expensive than if you were to just buy the hoodie. And you might find that across the board with a few of these things. Some things that I wish I could take part in for are definitely the Pictomancer and Viper studio controllers and the keycaps. That sounds awesome. But, hopefully somebody gets these items and then flips them on an online reseller, because I want to get some of this stuff. But yeah, sadly, the Mountain Zoo is not available outside of the US. And I also purchased one of these codes from somebody to test if it would give an error message. If you try to redeem the codes from the US and your US account, you will get an error message saying that you need to wait until the early access. So basically you can't redeem the codes. If you're from anywhere else in the world and you have a different account based on where you created it in the world, such as my EU one, this is what message you get. So as you can see, putting in a code here, this is the actual code. The code's region is inapplicable. You can only enter codes from the same region as your Square Enix account. So this is obviously telling me that this is a locked code. So if there were any doubts on whether or not they were, it was just the Mountain Dew side of things on their website that was locked to only US, turns out it's the MOG Station as well. It's always worth testing these things. So I think I'm going to give it away in this video. If you've watched this far, thank you so much. Just simply leave me a comment below of what you think about the taste of Mountain Dew. Just as honest and brutal as you want. And then what I'll do is I'll send you a message directly through YouTube, and we'll just do it like that because I can't be bothered to set up like a Gleam website or anything like that. I'll just use a random picker from the comments, and then I'll send you your code. Obviously this is for US citizens. You won't be able to redeem it anywhere else, and if you try to redeem it before the 28th of June, you're not going to have any luck either, so bear that in mind. That's your point when you can actually redeem it. But yeah, that's pretty much the news today. The run-up to Dawntrail is, we're less than a month now. We are getting very close to that early access period. So I think the best advice for preparing for that is to make sure you're mentally prepared for the queues, and obviously that you've prepared time around the game so it doesn't take over your entire life. Make sure that you take it steady. Remember that the real life part of this adventure comes first before any video game. And yeah, just take it at your own pace. Don't worry about what other people are doing to prepare for the expansion. Just do what you want to do, even if that means playing some other games. There's some fantastic games coming out soon in the next few weeks, and I personally will be playing the Elden Ring DLC to keep myself distracted a little bit. So that I don't just completely overwhelm myself with Dawntrail, because I want to go straight into that and I want to enjoy every single thing in Dawntrail. There's so much to look forward to. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Good luck on the Mountain Dew code for the Mountain Zoo, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.